So just yesterday, celebrity barman or celebrity bar attendant Cubana ChiefPriest was arraigned before court after he was arrested by the EFCC of Nigeria over abuse of Naira notes. Now, a video or several videos showing Cubana ChiefPriest at events spraying money, just like what Bobrisky did, has been trending all over the internet, and then this caught the attention of the EFCC, who claims that once Bobrisky has been to jail or has been put behind bars just because of the same offense, then Cubana ChiefPriest also has to face the law. So Cubana ChiefPriest went to the courtroom, but then after going back and forth, he pleaded not guilty. Because according to him, he didn't even know this was a crime. He didn't know that mutilation, defacing, and spraying, stamping, and other things are a crime, or there's a law for that in Nigeria. So he was fined 10 million naira, and then he just left the courtroom. He paid and then just left the courtroom. Now, this has raised a lot of questions with people asking, what is the difference between Cubana ChiefPriest case and then Bobrisky's case? Because we all know Bobrisky pleaded guilty and then was arrested, and then now is in prison for 6 months without any fine. So people are asking, what is the difference between these two? Because it's the same offense, Naira notes. We've seen videos of both parties spraying money at events. So why did Cubana ChiefPriest just walk out, just pay 10 million naira as his fine and then just walked out? What is the difference between these two? Now, with Bobrisky's own, when he was arrested on the 4th of April, just immediately a mugshot of him came out with he holding the EFCC card or placard with his name and offense. But Cubana ChiefPriest own, nobody saw these things. We just saw that he's just going to court with cameras and his people following him. Bobrisky also had the same thing. We saw cameras and then his people following him. But then the difference is that Cubana ChiefPriest, there was no mugshots. He wasn't even arrested and then put behind the bars or anything. No. He just went to the courtroom. His lawyers did whatever they had to do, and then he paid a 10 million naira and then left. Now, with Cubana ChiefPriest's own, he pleaded not guilty. Not guilty that he didn't know that, spraying, mutilation, and other things, just like I mentioned, it's a crime in Nigeria. He didn't know. So now, pleading not guilty and then he giving a fine of 10 million naira, it is now upon the EFCC of Nigeria to gather enough evidence if they want to put him behind bars, just like Bobrisky. They have to gather enough evidence, as in to prove that the money he was spraying at that event is actually Naira notes and not fake notes. Yes, we have some people spray fake notes at events. They have to prove that the money is Naira notes. Now they have to prove the denomination of the currency. They also have to prove that indeed it was Cubana ChiefPriest that was spraying that money at that event. So you see, EFCC has a job to do at the moment. But with Bobrisky's case, what made it very easy was the fact that Bobrisky pleaded guilty. According to him, I don't know if it was his lawyers that advised him to plead guilty to the offense, because he fully admitted that he is aware that the spraying of Naira notes is an offense. That is why he admitted to it. But he later pleaded that he is a first-time offender and that they should let him go, and he will use his influence, because he has over 5 million followers on Instagram, and that he will use his influence to educate the public on the abuse of Naira notes. But then the court decided no. He had to go behind bars. His case was adjourned. He later came back, and then he was found guilty and then put behind bars for 6 months without any fine. Yes, Bobrisky is currently in prison. EFCC has stated that he has been transferred to a male cell because when they checked, his everything was intact. He is a full man. His everything was intact. However, they are going to protect him from other males, so he's going to serve his 6 months full term in prison. He observes everything in prison, as in he goes for prep, when it's time for lunch he goes for his food, everything. He's just been quiet, no trouble in prison. Now this has angered the public, and a lot of people are asking questions that they should tell us the main reason why Bobrisky was arrested. because Bobrisky also revealed that he didn't even know this was a crime in Nigeria. He admitted that yes, he's at fault, but he didn't know it was a crime in Nigeria. But with Cubana ChiefPriest on, he also claimed that he doesn't know. But then they treated him differently from Bobrisky, because no mark shots, nothing. EFCC never released any what's the name statement that he has been arrested. It was bloggers that came out to say, Cubana ChiefPriest is being currently arraigned before court by the EFCC. But with Bobrisky's own, it's different. We saw Mark Short, we saw EFCC pictures of him dragging his Louis Vuitton bag when he was going to prison. So a lot of people are asking, tell us the main reason why you arrested Bobrisky. Let's forget about this whole Naira abuse something, because we all know it's not true. We all know it's not true. We've seen politicians spraying money. If you want the real culprits of this crime, it is the politicians. Because every event they go to, even during campaigns, you see them throwing money, which is an offense, but they weren't arrested, or they've not been arrested. So what is Bobrisky's main offense? Let's forget about the Naira notes abuse something. Let's forget about it. Is it because he's a cross-dresser? Is he being used as an example to others? Because we all know when he was arrested and then he came out to say he's a man, and then the court referred to him as him in court and a whole lot of things. We've seen that Princess of Africa, that is James Brown, has also gone back to being a man. He was also an upcoming cross-dresser who was following in the footsteps of Bobrisky. But after Bobrisky's arrest, we've seen that he has gone back to being a man. He now dresses in men's clothes. Do everything just like a man. He wants to build his body just like a man. So a lot of people are wondering, is this why Bobrisky was arrested? Just because he's been he's negatively influencing the upcoming youth? Because we all know Very Dark Man also said the same thing, that if Bobrisky is not stopped, if he's not being arrested, a lot of youth are going to follow his footsteps. Because he has made it known that being a cross-dresser pays a lot. He keeps flaunting gold, he keeps flaunting money, he keeps flaunting his wealth all over, saying he has a billionaire boyfriend who sponsors his lifestyle. People that look up to him would also want to, do the same thing. Because if Bobrisky is cashing out by being a cross-dresser, then why shouldn't I be? So a lot of people are wondering, is this why he was arrested? Because Cubana ChiefPriest did the same thing. But he pleaded not guilty. He was given a 10 million Naira fine. He paid, he just left the court. Bobrisky pleaded guilty and then was like, he didn't know it was a law. So he's a first-time offender. Release him, he will educate the public. But then he was put behind bars for 6 months. So a lot of people are contemplating, if he was arrested for being a cross-dresser. We've seen his Instagram pages. He sometimes puts his bare body out there and stuff. If that's the reason why he was arrested, then let the public know. And then stop hiding behind, what's the name? Abuse of Naira notes and then other things, just putting this guy into the cells. Because once he comes out after 6 months, he's going to grow that beard and his hair is going to grow up. His skin is going to look some way, because he's not going to get that skin care that he's used to, that treatment that he's used to, shaving his beard off and a whole lot of things. But Bobrisky is going to come out a changed man. He's going to be the Idris that we all know. So if that's the main reason why they arrested him, because he's negatively influencing the youth and not abuse of Naira notes, the public wants to know. Because Cubana ChiefPriest case has just proven that it's not just Naira notes abuse that he was arrested.